before I go into the debate, we have breaking news coming in from Abhishek Kapoor, our senior executive editor, that this is exactly moving so fast right now, Abhishek. We're told the government has ordered an investigation, an official, very, very deep investigation is starting to catch the traitors and the anti-nationals and the CIA agents and all these people. We must catch them and jail them. It's going to be so wonderful to see them going in. Tell us the news you got right now about this investigation.
Absolutely, Arnab. So I can tell you this is coming from multiple sources, from the Ministry of External Affairs, from the Ministry of Home Affairs and the BJP. I've spoken to at least 3 sources, confirmed at 3 levels before bringing this information. And in principle, decision has already been taken that a multi-agency probe would be ordered in this foreign meddling or USAID meddling in India's elections last year. And that this would be a multi-agency probe, including the Enforcement Directorate, including some other agencies, including income tax. They are already gathering details like data in terms of the channelizing of those funds that came through USAID in this $21 million project, which Trump says was aimed at getting somebody else elected. The government is taking it absolutely seriously. And in the next 48 hours, perhaps we would hear about a probe having been ordered by the MHA or not.
Oh, great. And then busy people will get questioned, and then, things will move very fast, and then they'll be dragged in for questioning. NIA, everybody should get after them. Because you see, the Congress answer is very shady out here. The Congress is saying that, foreign companies, foreign organizations give money for development. We are working for development. We are working for environment. We are working for this, falana, tikana, all rubbish. I mean, the fact is they're working on influencing the election. Okay, great. As far as the Indian Express is concerned, I repeat a third time, everyone on, as far as the Indian Express is concerned, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, they must clarify whether it is true, as the BJP, social media chief has said, that Omidyar, everyone on, Omidyar, the Omidyar network, based out of America, was funding their programs. I'm told they were doing programs, and there was this funding from the Omidyar network. It's not for me to clarify this. I think Indian Express Group must clarify. I think there's this chap called Anant Goenka. He should clarify whether it is true or not. All that he needs to do is put out a statement. Yes, we took money from Omidyar network, or we did not take money from Omidyar network. It's as clear as that. And if they took money from Omidyar network, how much money did they get from did the Indian Express Group get from the Omidyar network? If they did not get money, all he needs to do, Anant, is Goenka, to come and say, we did not take money from the Omidyar network, and the allegations of Amit Malviya are false. Abhijit, how is this moving?
Arnab, before I get to Indian Express and the Omidyar network, just a slight digression. Do you have dogs? Do you have dogs at home?
No, I don't have dogs, but...
Okay,
yeah,
if you have pedigrees,
I don't have dogs, but...
If you have a pedigree from a renowned breeder, you will always know that the bloodline will be solid. The problem is, if you adopt a mangy mongrel off the road, you realize, that the product will lose its integrity very quickly. This was just a side note, not related to anything we're talking about. But let's come to what we're talking about right now. What ends up happening is, you see, the government clearly has access to financial records. They're obviously talking from some sense of responsibility out here. It is the spokesperson, Mr. Amit Malviya, who's made these allegations. If Mr. Goenka feels that it is wrong, he should definitely sue Mr. Amit Malviya for defamation. And we will stand completely by him for suing him for defamation. What is not in the realm of speculation and is in fact very clear is that the Indian Express is in receipt of money or consideration in kind from OCCRP and Internews. Internews was funding OCCRP. They were in some kind of a relationship with them, fiduciary financial relationship. And Indian Express was chosen both for the Panama Papers as well as the Adani hit job as their collaborators out here. Right? Now, unfortunately for this so-called journalism of garbage.
I don't know.
What remind me again what the credo is. I think it's journalism of garbage. I forget. Sorry, I digress again.
I
For
have no
journalism
idea.
of garbage is they've run a so-called fact check today. Now I'm going to hold up my phone and show you something. What is the point of Dodge? It is not auditing what is seen and in the public sphere. They have gone into usspending.gov and taken out figures in the public sphere and are extrapolating it into non-published things which have been kept hidden from the American taxpayer. In fact, this particular portal, usspending.gov, is so bad. I want you to check this one out first. This is the overall spending figure, and they claim $1.9 billion on just two CEPPS on just one project in election integrity in Nigeria. But then if you click on CEPPS to see the complete funding, multi-year funding for the last 20 years till date, look what it says. $190 million. Doge itself, today, Doge got called out for something and they put this out that usspending.gov was so bad that the administrator entered $8 billion for an $8 million loan. A grant, sorry.
Yeah.
Now, this is the caliber of their research out there. Like I said, the pedigree matters ultimately. An adopted mangy mongrel can never stick to the original pedigree. Now, what ends up happening is you have this entire process of fact-checking that has been diluted.
You're being very provocative.
Even English has been diluted. Even English has been diluted.
But let me explain one thing here. So sorry to hold you there, Abhijit. Let me explain one thing here. No. You see, let me explain one thing here. The way it works is, if I give, or rather, let me say, if Saurav gives me money, and I give the money to Pulla, and Pulla says, I took the money from Arnab. It's not true. It's not true. Because the reality is that it's Saurav's money. I'm just making it clear, viewers. What these American CIA and all do, CIA gives money to USAID. USAID gives money to, say, Omidyar Foundation, who they love and work very closely with. And then Omidyar Foundation says, hey, listen, you must improve the vegetation in this part of the country, and you must improve the quality of air in this part of the country, and you must, start an NGO. And the money comes from these people, and these people then say, we are here to save the world. No, you're taking the money from the CIA eventually, Pulla. That's the real story.
Yeah.
So you are
That's
CIA agents, and I don't know why, even before anyone is called a CIA agent, one minute, I don't know why one particular, one minute, let me complete what I'm saying. This is the delicious part. This is the delicious part. I don't know why one particular television anchor who's no longer an editor, but some kind of a consultant, freelance kind of guy now, I don't know why they're desperately trying to deny that the CIA thing is going on in India. I mean, what is their interest? Since morning, they're frothing at the mouth. No, Americans didn't give money. No, there are no sellouts. I mean, chill, relax, step back. We'll get to know. Now, you relax. Leave it to the Intelligence Bureau, Home Ministry. Right?
Arnab, if I can come in.
Yeah, let me just ask you. I agree.
Pulla, my lines are burning. People are calling all over saying, open the lines, Arnab. Jail the sellouts. Come on, Pulla.
No. Let me
jail the sellouts.
What are our intelligence?
I'm coming to you. Pulla first and then Sanju. Everyone. Pulla.
What are our intelligence agencies doing? Should Donald Trump tell
they
us
will do
what's
now,
going
no.
on here? I very much appreciate what you said. I feel our national security has been threatened. Until a president from USA mentions this thing, what were our agencies doing? What were they doing? I mean, I want to be educated. I have more, with humility, I asked Mr. Abhijit or
now
anyone.
Problem is,
What was he
now
doing?
1 minute, pull out 1 second, pull up, hold it a bit there, 1 minute, pull out 1 minute, pull out 1 minute out there, 1 minute out there, pull out 1 minute, pull out 1 minute, 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 1 minute. Now listen to me, Pulla, and Sanju's dying to come in, she's just about to come in, but let me say one thing. Pulla, you people, Sanju on the left, everyone on, you people, the moment, if I were to say, Pulla, you took money from these CIA through these agencies, why did you take money?
Don't mention my
I'm not
name,
saying
for
you
God's
did,
sake.
but if anybody did,
Don't mention,
you know, suppose you got it through some foundation in Hawaii, or you took money through somebody to start a nursery growing program, but you took the money, right? There are various ways. If I touch you, you'll say, human rights violated, human rights. We are all going to become extinct because the Modi government is against our human rights. So you need solid, verifiable data, and we are going to get it. You know how powerful a moment this is in our country's history? It's coming, Pulla. Sanju's on the debate. Be afraid, Pulla. Be very afraid. Be very afraid.
I want what
Be
you
very
say to
afraid.
happen. No, we want it to happen.
It will happen.
We want them to
But
be
don't
exposed.
cry then. Don't say human
But what was the
rights.
security
Don't say Samvidhan
agencies
Khatre
doing?
mein and all that rubbish.
I want to come in here now, Arnab.
What are they
Hoga
doing?
na, be wait,
What is
no,
the
be
ID
relaxed.
doing?
Security
What
agencies
is
are
the-
coming.
what
Sanju's on
are
the
they
debate. The
doing?
phone lines are burning this evening, viewers. Burning. I'm going to open them up in a while. Sanju.
Thank you. Arnab, is my audio fine? Because I can hear a glitch. I hope I'm audible loud and clear. You know, first and foremost, let's get one thing very
loud
clear.
and clear, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Many congratulations to Arnab Goswami and Republic, because I think way before this became the hot and burning topic that it has become today, Arnab Goswami for the longest time has been talking of a US deep state and its nexus with Indian politicians, Indian dynasts, Indian journalists, and so-called failed YouTubers on local soil who work for foreign vested interests. So congratulations. But more importantly, let me say this, that the author of the article on USAID in Indian Express is a man called J. Mazumdar. J. Mazumdar is a part of an organization called International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, ICIJ. ICIJ has a partnership with OCCRP. OCCRP is funded by Open Society Foundation. Open Society Foundation is owned by George Soros. So my first question is to Indian Express and to its journalists, the author of the said article, J. Mazumdar. Why on earth did J. Mazumdar not mention that he is part of ICIJ, which has links with the Soros network? He should have mentioned there's a conflict of interest. So Indian Express clearly has a lot of explaining to do. Point number 2, I think one person we should not forget talking about, Arnab, is a man called Prashant Bhushan. He runs an organization called Sambhavna Institute of Public Policy. He conducts trainings at workshops that are held at Palampur in Kangra district of Himachal Pradesh. And guess who are his regular speakers? Failed YouTuber Akash Banerjee, so-called neutral journalist but a Congress darbari, currently working with ABP News, a man called Sandeep Chaudhary, who never finds anything nice to say about India post-2014. Then you have the likes of Zubair of Alt News. Then you have the likes of Paranjoy Guha Thakurta. You have Yogendra Yadav. You have the likes of Swati Pathak of Bharat Samachar, Atul Chaurasia of News Laundry, Poonam Kaushal of Dainik Bhaskar, Vishwa Deepak of National Herald, Naveen Kumar of Article 19, Apurvanand Jha, who regularly writes for Scroll and The Wire. You have the likes of V. Sridhar of the Hindu Group. You have Neil Madhav, who's an independent writer, so to speak. These are the people who have been regularly writing, attending workshops at the behest of Prashant Bhushan's so-called NGO Sambhavna Institute, which has been getting money from data leads. Data leads is nothing but an organization funded by USAID.
Now. This is getting very controversial now. Very, very controversial. This is getting 1 minute. Sanju, I have to pause you there. Sanju, I have to pause there and put a rider here. Just 1 minute. This is getting very, 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 very controversial, this moment. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, has put out a whole list of journalists, so-called journalists. I don't know. I have the freedom to not consider some of them journalists, but that's her right. She's named them and said they work with Prashant Bhushan and Prashant Bhushan works with these people. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't care much about Prashant Bhushan. I don't like his agenda about the country. I have in the past taken him on, but you're saying these journalists are working, but you know, they may turn around and say, Sanju, oh, we are working because we like this point of view. We like to work with them. It's our independent choice. And who is Sanju Verma to stop our independent choice? Because it's not proven that there is any money transaction going around here. Though, it is a fact, ladies and gentlemen, that Internews Network, a US government-funded NGO, has financed nearly $500 million into Indian media through USAID initiatives, including journalism under the guise of media literacy. We need to be very careful now, Saurabh. When people say media literacy, the first thing we need to ask them is, paisa kahan se aata hai bhai? So, we need to, because you know, the Americans, these foolish Indians say, oh, the Americans are nice people, they want to help democracy across the world, and so they give us millions of dollars. I don't think the Americans are so nice. There is nothing called a free lunch. The Americans are giving something because they're going to snatch something out of you, Saurabh. You and I know that.
Arnab, you know, as journalists, you and me have covered foreign affairs for a long time. You know that what the considerations of some of these organizations are, right? I will tell you something that...
Coming, Satish, don't get worried. I'm coming
to put it in context. That
changing Satish and...
When the US President Donald Trump was speaking, he was speaking from a prepared speech, which was well researched by White House. And people who are trying to create aspersions and trying to divert the issue. I don't know what the provocation of Indian Express is to try to mislead people of India. And I'm glad that they've been called out by the government. And I'm glad that the government is going to get out of the investigation. What more needs to be done is all the grantees of these so-called Omidyar network and some of these organizations have to be probed. They have to be probed for the kind of content that they produce. Was this content done at the behest of their handlers? Was it done to benefit certain people? Is something that people of India should be asking these people, because they are mortgaging India's national interest because of the pressure from their handlers. And certainly, I would say, earlier I had spoken in your program about the conference mafia. No, the government should go one step deeper and also probe that some of these conferences...
Will they give the names?
Organized.
Saurabh, the point is, Saurabh, the point is, Santosh Mehrotra and Satish on the right, I think the names must, you cover the White House, right? You're in Washington tonight. Will they give the names? That's all the nation wants to know.
Absolutely. You know, I'll tell you what, this is going to come out. What Doge is trying to do is to not only get the names out of people who benefited. When the American president talks about certain kickbacks, he's talking with a certain sense of authority.
Wonderful.
Don't undermine that, because certainly he has been given briefing when he talks about there was a plan for a regime change.
God, this is a nightmare for this gang, This is a nightmare. So they're already giving clarifications here, Santosh. You know what they're saying here, Santosh? Oh, it's not CIA money. We were doing a project for the upliftment of the environment in this area. But when money is given for influencing the elections, and no redacted note will take that out, because
it's called the foreign interference.
Money was given to influence the elections. As Trump says, to get someone else elected. Who is that someone else who they were trying to get elected? And if you want to get someone else elected, apart from Narendra Modi, you have a right to do that. But to take American money to get a hit job done. You know, Santosh, who are these grateful recipients, these cheats, who will soon be invested? Who are these cheats? Do you have any idea who these cheats could be? What kind of people they could be like? What should be done to them, Santosh?
One of them is JPAL, specifically Abhijit Banerjee and Esther Duflo. Have you read their beautiful paper on...
No. Let's not speculate at all. Let's not speculate at all. Let's not speculate. Abhijit, let's get the solid data. We're not speculating. Yes, Santosh.
This is not speculation.
Question is to you, Santosh.
Better speakers than me. Let him continue, sir.
Let me show you this. It is an actual paper
No,
He's
please,
there, he's
please continue,
continuing.
sir. I want you
He
to
will
speak,
not
sir.
step back.
No, 1 minute, 1 minute. Abhijit, 1 minute. Tell me.
This is
Who are
typical
the
on your
grateful
show, my
recipients,
friend.
you think?
Very typical. And
What should be done with
anyway, may I? Sir, with your permission, sir. You are the ones who invited me. I had no desire
Yeah,
to
please.
come. Okay? May I,
Please,
sir?
please,
Okay.
go on. Of course, I've invited you for you to get your views on this.
Thank you, sir. Very kind of you, sir.
Yes.
Firstly, I would like to know from you, sir, and all the other people who have been making some claims. You have made the claim on the basis of your reporter's instinct. Others are making claims on the basis of no basis at all. So what were the IB doing and what were the research and analysis wing of India doing when all this was happening? Has anyone asked that question and has anyone answered that question? So you are claiming that Omidyar was making this, receiving this money. Indian Express is in the pay of Omidyar. Omidyar is in the pay of USAID, etc., etc. Where is the evidence, Baba? Provide the evidence, na? And why is the IB and the RAW so quiet now? Point one. Point two. Mr. Trump.
1 minute.
Mr. Trump, may I finish?
Santosh, can I respond to that 1 point in 5
I'm going to
seconds?
make 4 points. If you want, I will shut up now, sir. Thank you, sir.
5 seconds. No, I just make 5 second point. A 5 second point.
You have
5
you can have half an hour. You
5
already
second
had
point
half
and give it back to you. No, on the Indian Express point, I want to give 5 seconds. You see, I'm not making the allegation. A terrible allegation has been made against the Indian Express by the BJP leader saying they took money from the Omidyar network, and it is alleged there's a conflict of interest because Omidyar network allegedly takes money from USAID, and USAID is American deep state. Now, it's not for me. I'm only saying as a nice guy that Indian Express must clarify whether they took money from the Omidyar network. They can reject it. That's all. Please continue.
Thank you, sir. Very kind of you, sir. Second point. Trump has very often been making off-the-cuff remarks for the last month. He is used to making off-the-cuff remarks. This was yet another one of them. I hope you all know and you follow the American media. I certainly read the New York Times and the Washington Post. Trump has been caught out in the last month telling 13 lies. Telling 13 lies. Second point.
You talk about Rahul Gandhi's lies. Talk about Sonia Gandhi's lies. Talk about Priyanka Vadra's lies. Stop giving your bhashan to
okay, I can go. Let her
If
speak.
you
Bhai,
really
you
do your time, so do
have
I. If
multiple
you do
hecklers.
Washington Post,
This is
so
a
do I.
typical BJP
If you
style.
Don't
do
go.
Wall Street Journal,
Thank
so
you
do
very
I.
much.
I
Fight
will
back.
ask you to
I made
sit
a
here
mistake
and
in
talk
accepting
politics all the time.
your invitation.
Why are you always on the wrong side of the fence? Why are you always on the wrong side of the fence? And you are such a coward. The moment somebody confronts you,
He's gone.
you discard the
He's
camera
gone.
and you vanish.
He's gone. Now that's
You
not
are
right.
such
He's
a
gone.
coward.
Satish, he's gone.
Santosh Mehrotra. I can see he's gone. He's such a coward. He only wants to make reckless allegations.
Please stop her, no?
Just because the names are going to come out, why abuse everyone?
Again.
I'm giving out names.
Please, if you allow me,
yes,
are you allowing me or let her speak?
A beneficiary of USAID, yes.
I don't know what
Is
Prashant
YouTuber
Bhushan is doing. Yeah.
Banerjee a beneficiary, yes or no?
Please stop.
I
That
don't
is
know. I don't know.
imbalanced
I don't
lady.
know. These are your claims. I don't know. But Satish wants to hit back. Satish K. Singh is wanting to hit back right now. Sanju Verma, give him an opportunity, please. Lines will be open in a second. In a second right now. In a second. Yeah, Satish. Go on.
अर्नब आज मैंने तुम्हारे शो में आज बकवास मत करो यार, चुप रहो। आज मैंने हिंदी में बोलने का फैसला किया है आपके शो में।
करने की आदत हो गई है आप लोगों को।
अरे आप चुप करिए तो थोड़ा देर चुप तो रहिए। अरे चुप तो रहने की आदत डालो भाई, थोड़ा सा रुको। मुझे मिर्ची नहीं लग रही, आपको लग रही होगी।
आपको लग रही है? अरे चुप रहो यार,
मिर्ची लग गई
चुप
है,
रहो।
सच इतना कर रहा है क्या? शांत हो जाइए सर, आपकी उम्र का लिहाज कर रहे हो।
कहाँ से आई है यार ये? Where have you come
Okay,
from?
calm down everyone. Shanti, Shanti, come on now, come on. जब नाम आएंगे तो आएंगे, जब रिलीज होगा तो होगा, but it should be released.
Out.
Okay, so Sanju, let him speak. Sanju, let him speak.
पहले सुन लो।
बदतमीजी मत करिए, नहीं तो आपकी उम्र का लिहाज नहीं करूंगी। यदि बदतमीजी की मेरे साथ, मैंने बदतमीजी नहीं की। यदि आप बकवास जैसे शब्द यूज करोगे,
आपसे कौन कर सकता है बदतमीजी भाई?
This is getting very violent.
आपसे कौन बदतमीजी कर पाएगा मैडम?
अच्छा भाई साहब, राहुल गांधी के दरबारी
आपसे बदतमीजी कौन कर पाएगा?
Change. अभी जगदीश शर्मा को बुलाइए। जगदीश शर्मा and Satish. Jagdish and Satish on the program.
Please control.
Jagdish and Satish are on the program, ladies and gentlemen.
Has Sam Pitroda taken money from USAID? Yes or no, through his organization, Global Knowledge Initiative, GKI?
Jagdish Sharma, Congress leader, national president of the Rahul Priyanka Sena is also on the debate.
Yes.
Rural Development Trust has nothing to do with rural development. Has
Arnab
been
bhai.
an anti-Modi agenda. Yes or no?
Jagdish ji.
अर्नब भाई पहले इस महिला को तो चुप करो, हमारी सुनेगी नहीं तो कैसे मजा आएगा?
Talking against Modi. And they have been funded by
अर्नब भाई,
USAID. Yes or no?
उनका नाम संजू वर्मा है, राष्ट्रीय प्रवक्ता है भारतीय जनता पार्टी की। संजू वर्मा, आई एम गेटिंग अ रिस्पॉन्स फ्रॉम जगदीश शर्मा, कांग्रेस लीडर। ये प्रेसिडेंट है, राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष है राहुल प्रियंका सेना के। प्लीज जगदीश जी बोलिए।
और ये बदतमीजी करेंगे तो इनको आईना दिखाया
अर्नब
जाएगा।
भाई, एक तो सबसे पहले मैं आपसे हाथ जोड़ के प्रार्थना करता हूँ, आप बहुत अच्छे आदमी हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आपकी जरूरत है, आप गुस्से में मत आया करो, जोड़ के मत बोला करो। और दूसरा जो आप कांग्रेस और राहुल गांधी पर लगा रहे, मैं तो एक ही बात कहूंगा, जैसा कर्म करेगा वैसा फल देगा भगवान। ये गीता में लिखा था। है सारी डकैती, चोरी, सब उल्टा काम बीजेपी करे। आरोप राहुल गांधी पे, भारत के बेटे पे, जिसके पिता ने, जिसकी दादी ने देश के बनाने के जान दे दिए, इनके हाथ में दे दिया। आज क्या मजाक बनाया जा रहा है? अरे आप ये कहना चाहते हो भाई कि मोदी सरकार फेल है? इतना पैसा आ गया इनके बड़े बड़े अफसरों को, ईडी को, सीबीआई को, आईबी को, रॉ को, अजय डोभाल को पता नहीं लगा आखिर देश में चल क्या रहा भाई? आज मुद्दा था बात करने का उन भारतीयों का जो हथकड़ी में, बेड़ी में देश में लाए जा रहे हैं। आज मुद्दा तो उस बात करने का जब ट्रंप प्रधानमंत्री जी को कह रहे थे आप हमें 10 रुपए टैक्स लगाओगे तो मैं डबल लगाऊंगा, उसका जवाब देने का आज मुद्दा था। 1971 की लड़ाई का जवाब देने का, जैसे अमेरिका को बात फेंका था। घुटने नहीं टेकने भाई, ये भारत बड़े सम्मान से बना है, इसमें आप सबका योगदान है, पर इस तरह घुटने देख के भारत का काम नहीं चलेगा। इतनी बड़ी आप जो आरोप लगा रहे नेता पर, कांग्रेस पार्टी पे, बिना मिसाल के पैसा इनके लोग ला रहे हैं, पैसे अन्ना हजारे ला रहा है।
मैं आरोप नहीं लगा रहा, नहीं 1 मिनट, मैं आरोप नहीं लगा रहा। अभी देखिए
जांच का विषय,
वॉल्यूम आई कांट हियर देम, टू लो इन द स्टूडियो।
तो सरकारी करेगी, कर ले ओपन जांच।
आई थिंक
हम तो कह नहीं रहे हैं सरकार के हाथ में
बिकमिंग बिगर,
पर ऐसे झूठ बोलने से काम नहीं चलेगा। देश के हालात बद से बदतर हो गए।
इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर दीजिए तो
हमारे देश के मुखिया ने,
whenever the investigation happens, Saira Shah Halim and Abhijit, whenever the investigation happens, I don't want anyone complaining about human rights being violated, because if there is a slightest, I don't know whether Indian Express has taken money from the Omidyar network. I don't know whether Omidyar network is a sponsor of Indian Express programs, but it's for the Indian Express to answer that. The question is not that. Satish, the question is, Satish, before I come back to you, Saira Shah Halim, this is serious. This is about taking money indirectly from the CIA. I hope one realizes the seriousness of that.
You have
Saira,
let the
please
other
unmute yourself, Saira.
speak for 48 minutes. I've been waiting very patiently for the last 48 minutes, and I do not want anyone, any haggler here to disrupt what I'm saying. Firstly, we need to understand that if you go on the website of USAID, okay, now it is categorically said, okay, that it has contributed to state agencies including Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So firstly we need a white paper on the different contributions to different state-funded projects, right? We can't just imagine things out of
No,
air
we are
that
talking
is
about the one to influence elections. No, we are not talking about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. I'm talking about the money given to influence elections. Money given to influence elections. I'm hard focused on that.
Let's talk about, one second. Let us know the Bharatiya Janata Party is the richest political party in India. Last year, it had an earning of 4340 crores, which is not a joke. It is the richest political party in India. And
not government to government funding that is raised. This is all the hidden money that has not been declared, that is going under the US taxpayer, behind the US taxpayers' back. Through channels we do not know.
Trip of Mr. Narendra Modi to US was a colossal waste. Because here, let us talk about, how Indians were brought back. What did India get back in return? Our countrymen were brought back in flights, in shuttles.
Okay, lines are opening right now, ladies and gentlemen. Who's our first caller? Who's our first caller? Too much pressure building up. Pulla, we need to jail the sellout. Satish, nobody's pulling back right now. This has become too big. We must realize. They're from Bengaluru, we have? The name, please. MB Rao from Bengaluru is calling on this live show tonight, Mr. Rao. MB Rao from Bengaluru, what do you have to say, sir?
Yeah, Arnab, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Arnab, good evening. See, I am appalled at the temerity and audacity of one person who starts questioning the source itself. Okay, first of all, that person should have the courage to say, okay, fine, if the allegation is so, let it be. Let there be an investigation. We are ready to face it. Why should people run away from your show? I was really taken aback when somebody started questioning you, which is absolutely baseless. All right? If there is an allegation and somebody said that Trump to kuch bhi bol deta hai, but does it not equally apply to this gentleman who says that Trump kuch bhi bol deta hai? He himself is saying something else. So if Trump is not a fool to say anything, he is the president of America. And whenever a person of such stature, whether the President of America or the Prime Minister of India makes any statements, you definitely know that it carries, or these statements carry a lot of value. I also have a question for Sanju Verma. Madam, very humbly I would like to say, if a small worker of a company is found taking a bribe or accused of bribe, he is arrested or he is taken into custody or he is questioned. Now you have rattled the names of so many people. Could be journalists or anybody, I don't know. I'm a layman, I don't know this. But if that is the case, then why is it that the government is not able to question those people?
Well, maybe it's the start of an investigation. Sanju, briefly, 5 seconds, then I'm moving to the next caller.
Yeah. So I just would like to assure the gentleman that while I did rattle out names, it is not without reason. A money trail is being investigated, and once the money trail is established, because the proof of the pudding is in the eating, once the money trail is established, be rest assured, sir, sabka hisab hoga, and everybody whose names I have ratted out or rattled, and they have
sabka hisab hoga. Next caller, Saira responding. Saira.
The debate has started.
Saira.
Does not even
So here, no one is talking about India buying expensive American weapons like the dud F-35 fighter jets. Okay, here it has sparked concerns amongst, if you look
viewers,
at
I just say this before I go to Gopal Krishnan from... I can't hear you. Press the button and speak. Ahmedabad. Gopal Krishnan calling from Ahmedabad tonight. Before I go to you, Mr. Gopal Krishnan, I just want to say this, viewers. I have been talking about the American deep state for a long time, and these people threaten us. They say, why are you talking about the American deep state? Why is Republic against the American deep state? You're taking on powerful people, and we say we will take on everyone if required. Gopal Krishnan from Ahmedabad. Gopalji, over to you, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Arnab. I'm really appalled by the way the speakers speak on this debate. The right hashtag jail the sellouts is the right time to do it. Unless these people can talk off the hat. Now, the lady is talking about F-35. That does not come into this purview. We are talking about the $21 million sellout for the elections, to contest the elections, to do against Modi ji. That is the main aim. Let's not deviate from the main topic.
Saira, let him
Hello?
speak. Okay, Saira's countering.
Let me speak, please.
Correct. The main issue is not about F-35. The main issue is, did some Indians take the money? That's absolutely on the ball. Saira, it's not about defense deals. You can have defense deals legitimately.
Is the Bharatiya Janata Party going to buy dud planes with the taxpayers' money? Is he going to resume tariffs? Is he going to reduce the tariffs? That is a big question that we need to ask.
You call the Rafale dud. You call the Rafale dud. Since when did you become a defense expert? No, since when, Saira, did you become a defense expert? Ladies and gentlemen, they don't like the Modi government because these arms dealers are not getting access. They're not being able to bribe their way through. Ladies and gentlemen, our next caller. I'll take one more caller. How much time do I have right now? Time is up, ladies and gentlemen. Time is up. But I'll take one more caller if we have already one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have time up tonight. But I do believe. Shruti from Mumbai. Shruti, hi.
Good evening, sir. Hi.
Shruti, hi. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Yeah. Good evening, sir. Hi.
Good evening. Hi.
Thank you for keeping a sharp eye on these anti-nationals and always giving us the right story and not the biased one. I wonder how scared they are of our Prime Minister's vision for our country. The bigger picture is to see how impatient these global powers are to break India, and we should really be alert. There are also some journalists who are tweeting that funding was for Bangladesh and we should know basic facts. But let me send my message very loud and clear that we Indians are not blind. We are aware. We watch Republic. And lastly, Puchta hai Bharat. When will these anti-nationals be dragged to jail? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Oh, God. I thank you, Shruti. You made me so happy tonight. Thank you very much. And I'll just say one thing at the very end. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been saying this for almost a year now. I've been talking about the American deep state. It was not on the basis of speculation. And lastly, a short message. As we go from 4 to 5 to 10 to 15, and ladies and gentlemen, to 20 trillion and more, as we become more powerful as an economy, these foreign countries will want to influence us through anti-nationals within. We must be very, very careful. We are not going to be in a comfortable relationship with America and China as we grow in economic prowess. We have to be very careful because we'll be competing. That's my message tonight. I thank you for watching tonight. I'll see you very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great week. Good night.
Arnab will be right back with the debate.